Let me share the screen 1 minute. So you guys are all in this paid student group. This is the name I have, right? The paid student group and the free student group, right? So these guys, you guys have all bought my course. Oh, David says, okay, there's a lot of people saying, oh, okay, wow. Sue says me, okay, great. I did not know people seeing this live. Okay, welcome, right? But in this digital, we have this advanced mastermind program that every 3 months I open. There's only a few members here. Literally 4 hours ago, I posted this. We're doing a few things, and I got four tree leads, guys. 3 contractors. We ran some Facebook ads and all that, right? And then I basically posted this today. What is this? I don't know where. Okay, literally, I talked to one of these guys. I don't know where I posted it. Maybe I posted the free group. Yeah, here you go. Right, I called the first lead. We use our phone script. I'm going to be showing this to you today. We had a 10-minute conversation. He is ready to pay $1,000 a month and a percentage of every job. Right. So let's not overcomplicate it. Whether you are whoever you are here. I'm just going to pick on one person and use them as a case study, and let's go from there. Make sense? Right? And so if you have questions, ask that. So we're going to go through the process. We may fail. For all you know, 3 months from now, we may be like, no one's making any money. But I'm sure even if we fail, we'd have learned something. Because I have enough experience in the past, I've seen this process works. Robert is a great testimony. He was new. I remember him $1,500 a month, $1,000 a month. Today is like $6,000 a month, and this is recurring income. He's not running every day, putting 8 hours a day to make that money, right? Different people at different levels, right? The only says pick me. I mean, okay, let's pick you too. No big deal. Let's pick everybody, right? I can only use one person as an example. The reason I said Tina is because I had a conversation with her. I know everyone's deserving it. Don't get me wrong, right? Number one thing, please, for the next 90 days, if you're serious, do this. Go here, okay? First, if you haven't watched this introduction to SEO, go through all this, right? Can you guys see my screen? Yep. Then go and watch this video, how to find a low-hanging fruit. We're going to start that today, but watch this also later on. Because sometimes there's 250 videos, it can get overwhelming. I do not want you to watch 250 videos binge watching like Netflix. I'd rather you watch one video and take action. So Diony is in Colombia, South America, right?
Yes, Colombia.
Okay, and then Tina, where are you located, Tina?
I'm in the Atlanta area, Lawrenceville, Georgia.
Okay, Lawrenceville, right? So I always have these 2 tabs open. One is the list of cities in US by population. And the reason is we want to find a city that's got less population. We do not want to rank a website or a GMB in New York. That's not what we want to do. We want to find why we can rank it, and we can probably make a lot of money. Let's say you rank a plumber in New York, right? Let's just say that, right? There's 8,000 people searching for plumbers in New York. Why? Because there's 8 million people in New York. You see that? So if you get your website over here, right? 1,200 reviews, 55. Actually, this is actually less compared to you. Let's go Chicago maybe, right? What's the population of Chicago? 2.6 million people, right? 1,900 people, but look at the number of reviews. Reviews plays a big role. It's not the only thing, but it's one of the big roles. So we don't want to go. We can spend 1 year and $5,000 to $10,000 and a lot of our time ranking something up, and then easily rent this for $5,000 a month, or maybe even $10,000 a month. But if I were you, I would just go pick a low-hanging fruit because you are new. How much? On a scale of 1 to 10, Tina, 1 is like, I don't know to spell SEO, I don't know anything about it. 10 is like, I'm an expert. Where do you think you would rate yourself, Tina?
I'm a 2. I'm more on the sales side. I don't know anything
Awesome.
about
Love it. The more you don't know, the less you know, that's better, because sometimes with SEO, including me, everyone, we can go into this analysis paralysis, learning all the time mode. Cool. So what I want to do is, wherever you are, if you can pick a low-hanging fruit city in your backyard. So you said Lawrenceville, population is 30,000. It's too less for me. Okay. So we want to stick with 80,000 and above. So let's just go somewhere in Georgia, right? Let's just go Georgia. It could be any city.
How about Roswell, Georgia?
Roswell, Georgia. All right, perfect. 90,000, right? Okay. Now, Dione, even though I'm picking on Tina, you do the same thing. Marco says he lived in Roswell as well. Awesome, right? So Dione has already done this due diligence. You have a couple of sites, right, Dione?
Yes, I do.
Okay, we'll get to that point next. Okay, so who else is here? Deji, what part are you in the US, Deji? Where are you located?
I'm in Bellsville, Maryland.
Maryland, right? Bellsville,
Yes.
you said?
Yeah, Bellsville. BLTS is one L. Yeah.
Maryland. Okay, hold on. Beltsville. Okay.
Yeah, that's it. Bellsville, yes.
That's a small city. So, and it doesn't have to be in your backyard, but it's going to be a lot easier. So the
Can you
reason
try
I'm saying,
Laurel?
what's
Can you
it?
try Laurel?
How do I spell that?
LAUREL.
That's true. Let's do. So here you go here and see if you can find, and it doesn't have to be in your backyard. It's just that it's so much easier if it's in your backyard, right? Because if needed, your first client, at least that's how I started. My first rank and rent site is still a rank and rent site, $300 a month. He's been paying it from May 2015. Okay, how many months is that? With this May, it'll be 9 years. 9 times 12 times $300 a month. 33,000 almost, 32,000 bucks over the last 9 years. Pure passive income. I even shared the niche. In fact, I'm going to share it right now. It's tree service Ann Arbor, $300 a month. It's not even in the map pack now. It's since my GMB and website have since slipped, and he doesn't care, because even if we make only one call, one job, that's paying him more than the $300 he's paying me, he's happy. Does that make sense? So you want to find something here. So we just do our due diligence to find something, maybe in Georgia, may not be in Georgia, wherever you are. So somebody like Dione who's in South America, or wherever you guys are. I think Sue Brown, Pretty Fun Nanny. Where are you located? Pretty Fun Nanny. Put it in the comments, right? So pick a city. Then you go to Home Advisor. Why are we going to Home Advisor? Because all of these services, service-based businesses, they are used to paying for leads. Does that make sense? Right? They are already paying for leads. Okay? So pick a niche. Now don't pick the big ones that most people are behind. Don't pick the plumber, the lawyer, the HVAC guy, even tree service to an extent. Most SEOs are behind the plumber, the lawyer, the HVAC, the dentist, because they guys have big money. But the bricklayer, the painter, the tile guy, the chain link fence guy, think about it. Everybody needs business if you think about it, right? So then it's just a matter of permutation combination. It's as basic as it gets, but I still do this every single freaking week. It is crazy because you can literally, like right now, I'm planning a trip to Asia in July, and my mind is thinking, okay, airline ticket, me and my kids and my wife, so much money, Airbnb, so much money, and I just bucket all that, and then I say, okay, I need 5 websites I need to put up. As simple as that. Okay. Last year I bought a Cadillac. The last year or the year before, I bought a Cadillac, and I said, okay, car payment was $500 a month. I needed to get a rank and run site who would pay me $500 a month. You want to think like that. So then anytime you need money, right? Of course, first we'll go from 0 to your period number, but then afterwards, anytime you need money, most people outside, what are they thinking? Oh my God, I need to work, put more hours. I need to save some money. I need to stop buying coffee for the rest of my life so I can afford retirement. No, the world is abundant out there, abundance out there, right? So that's what we want to do. Does that make sense, guys? So Sue Brown, if you're in Ohio, pick something near there if possible, right? But it can be anywhere, it doesn't have to be here. So let's take Georgia. I'm just looking at that South Fulton, right? Then I would go here, and then it's a matter of just searching for different niches, right? Now, one thing I want you guys to note. Let me move this away. Can you guys see? Yeah, okay. There are two kinds of niches, in my opinion, right? One is the low volume, high ticket, okay? One is the high volume, low ticket. What do I mean by that? Low volume, high ticket. So in a population of, what was that? South Fulton, 100,000 population city, there are people searching for something like kitchen remodeling, right? One kitchen remodeling job, that if you send a job, one kitchen remodeling job to a contractor, a company, they can make probably even 30K. They'll be happy to give you 3,000, 2,000 bucks easy, right? But it's low volume. How many people in a given month are looking to do the kitchen remodeling? Compared to something like high volume appliance repair, right? Locksmith, right? But low ticket. Every appliance, if you repair one job, right? The company that you send the job to will probably make 200 bucks. Does that make sense? Right? Okay. If the appliance repair guy says it's going to be a $600 job, why would I repair my appliance? I would throw it away and buy a brand new appliance, a brand new dishwasher. Make sense? So you want to find, you can make money here, you can make money here. I would just find some middle ground. Okay? Find a middle ground, find a service-based industry. Okay? So what do I mean by that? So these guys will come to your home to repair. So when they search for a plumber or a, let's just say South Fulton appliance repair, South Fulton, Georgia, right? These guys, if I'm looking to repair my appliance, I don't care what his address is, right? I don't care if this address, he's a service-based business, okay, let's see. I don't care if this address is close to my home or not, because he's going to drive to me. Versus if I want to go, okay, and if I want to go and put up a dentist website, okay, now if your dentist website is ranking and somebody finds that, they're going to find out how far away it is or close to your home it is. Does that make sense, guys? Right? I want to look at the address of the dentist, right? If it's a dentist, before I decide if it's close or far to drive. I'm going to call the dentist and say, do you accept my insurance? Like, I don't want all of those. Does that make sense? So we want to find a low-hanging fruit. So let's just take an example of South Fulton, Georgia, or Roswell, Georgia, right? And then let's take an example of one of these. Look, how do you pronounce this? Is it vinyl or vinyl? Anybody?
Vinyl.
Vinyl. See, you don't even know English can be a second language, and you can still make money. Roswell. So when I put up this, look what Google is giving me. Ideas. Vinyl siding contractors. House siding Roswell. So I'm going to put that, right? And I'm going to search. Now, I have a plugin. If I'm going too fast, please raise your hand so I can stop and ask questions or put it in the chat. Okay? Do not go by any of these search. I use this called keywords everywhere, right? It's none of these tools are the most accurate, but you get the idea. Okay? if there are ads running, these siding contractors are running ads. Look, there are few siding guys running ads in Roswell, right? Serving Roswell. So that means they are ready to pay you if you send them a customer. That's how you find out if this is valid, is viable or not. Make sense? Let's see if there's any other questions there. Okay. Then I would find out if it's a low-hanging fruit or not. One of the easiest ways to do is look into here. Okay, Donald says I use Google Keyword Planner. Exactly, right? Yep, we'll get there, right? I will look into here and see how many reviews are there. If it's less than 25, 30 reviews, I'm okay. That's one way to gauge if it's a low-hanging fruit or not. So write that down. I may be going a bit fast, right? Because you'll be going with homework today, Tina especially, everybody who wants to make money. Cool? So write that down, right? So your homework would be find a city, maybe in your backyard, may not be in your backyard. Find something. So what I would be doing, what I was doing when I had a day job, when my boss was not seeing, when I had some free time, whenever I can, I would just go, okay, this looks like a less reviews. The other thing I would see is if I see this inner pages ranking, I love it. This inner pages ranking, okay? But don't even worry about that for now. Let's just go with this. Then I would say, okay, maybe I'll try this South Fulton, Georgia, okay? Now look at this. 17, 0 reviews, 64. Okay, this may be a big one, but you know, this could be something. Or I would just go with a different city. Lansing, Michigan. I'm in Lansing, right? And I can pick up. So combination, permutation, do dozens, if not hundreds. It's just searching. It's just your time, right? So if I go here and I say Lansing, Michigan, right? No map pack comes up. You see that? There's only one company comes up. Okay. Now, I don't want to go into this. This is a whole separate thing. So we want to see the map pack come up. So maybe I'll go for something else. Maybe I will go. Another way you can do is you put you go A. Okay. Oops. Okay. Go here, put a space, put A. Google's going to give you this. Okay. Put B. See if you can find anything come up. Just be creative. If you don't want to be creative, go find something here. Okay, driveway. Okay, so driveway would be concrete. So I would say concrete companies, 210 searches, concrete contractors, 210 searches. You see that? Google ads are there, so people are ready to pay. How does this look? Okay, it's not the lowest hanging 25, still okay. So keep that in mind. Number one, it's less than 25 reviews around that, so it's fine. This is also not the lowest hanging fruit. The other day we found Torrance, California, if I'm not wrong. And look, no website, 16, 9, 16, right? And then I think another one was Hammond, Indiana, right? No website, 9 reviews. You see, these are like no website, no website. You see that? Low hanging fruit. So here is the thing, right? Let's say, what's the population of Hammond, Indiana? 75,000 population, okay? Okay. Now, let's just go and 75K population, right? The search volume actually says 0, but there's going to be something. But here is how you want to think. At least, again, Indiana is winter, seasonal, whatever, right? But at least from March, April to October in the spring, summertime, people are driveway repair, concrete work, all of that, right? Even if I can only get 2 calls a week, I'm sending to him. That's 8 calls a month. Got it? If I'm sending a contractor 8 calls a month, and he's so bad on the phone that he's only closing 2 jobs a month, right? Concrete job cost. I always ask this Google, and Google tells me $1,600 easy. Okay, it's actually, you know, look at this, 3,000, 4,000, 3,000 for 1,000 square feet. is nothing, 1,000 square feet. Okay. Let's say you only get 2 jobs at $3,000 each. That means he's making 6K this month thanks to you, and this is going to happen every month. If he's making 6K a month, do you think he will pay you 600 a month? That's what we are getting at. That's exactly how I built my business. I continue to build my business. So it's not going to happen tomorrow or the next month. There's a nurturing process. We're going to go through all that, but it makes sense to you, does it? Right? So anyone's got any questions on this, guys? I went through it fast, but I want to ask this. Let's see my Facebook Live. Anyone's got questions? Anybody's got any questions on this, guys?
The cost, it seemed pretty cheap to what you were charging them. Like,
exactly. I'm the worst salesman you can find. Right? The same
but the
stuff
close rate's
that
high
I'm
probably
teaching.
because it's so
What's
cheap.
it?
But your close rate is probably high because it's so well priced.
Well, yeah, I also over time I found out, I started with one-man smaller contractors, but over time I worked with a little bit higher crews, bigger crews, higher price point they can afford to. But when I got started, I started with this one-man guy, very easy to talk to because I'm not a salesperson, I'm an engineering background nerd, just talking. Like Tina as a salesperson, sales side, maybe she could probably close it to a higher price. But you understand the math, right? Even if you only send him, only send him 2 calls a week, he gets 8 calls a month. That's nothing. Most SEO guys talk about 40 calls a week and this, and I'm talking 8 bare bone calls a month. And out of those 8 potential clients, we'll walk you through this, but you have to show to him that these are customers who call you directly on your phone, actively looking for concrete work. And even if they close this, there's so much money. Does that make sense?